Oh yeah, it's double organic.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in for another dose of vitamin D with me, Double Organic. In my last video, I talked about the good things that fat does for us and tried to, shine a positive light on fat because there's so much fat shaming, and so hope you like that video. At the end of the video, I talked about how fat's good. We need fat, but we want a healthy level of fat. And so today I'm going to talk about what is that healthy level of fat. What percentage of fat should our body weight be made up of? And so basically, you need fat and fat needs you. But what percent? What body fat percent should we have? Well, it depends on a couple things, such as your goals, your athleticism, the type of sport you're doing, your gender. So we're going to go through a bunch of these scenarios. This is also a video that sets the stage for my next video on fat, and it's going to be ranking a lot of the different fat measurement systems, whether it's BOD/POD, hydrostatic weighing, calipers, bioimpedance. You've probably heard of a lot of these things. So we're going to rank them. But back to the subject at hand, fat and its percentage on your body. You can look up healthy fat ranges online, and there's lots of different health charts out there, different ranges. So I'm going to use two different ones. They're very similar, but they have slightly different ranges. So I just want to give you an idea of the information that's out there. There's not one sort of static thought. With our first chart, the order is athletes, fitness, and then acceptable. And for females, the ranges are 14 to 20%, 21 to 24%, and 25 to 31% body fat. For men, they are 6 to 13, 14 to 17, and 18 to 25% being the acceptable range there at the bottom. Before we talk about these ranges specifically, we'll go through the next chart for good representation. I like this chart the best, and I think you're going to see why. In this chart, below average is the least amount of fat. Then there is average, above average, and then at risk. It should also be noted that those below average are at risk for nutritional deficiency, and those at risk are at risk for obesity. I also wanted to throw in a third chart here specifically for athletes, just a section of a third chart. This chart is, or the section I'm going to talk about, is for top athletes. And so for females, top athletes would be between 10 to 18% body fat, and for males, that range is 3 to 12% body fat. 3% is super low. And if we sort of put those two ranges I just gave you on top of the other chart for the at-risk, top athletes are sort of in that at-risk range. You might think, well, how could a top athlete who's eating tons of food be at risk for nutritional deficiencies? And sometimes the case is that to maintain that super low body fat percentage, you have to exercise like crazy, which is going to increase your nutritional needs. But sometimes the increase in the nutritional needs is so hard to meet, even if they're eating crazy amounts of food, or maybe they're limiting their food to stay that lean for performance reasons. If you're carrying extra weight, you have to carry that along that marathon, for example. But typically, if people are at a really low body fat percentage, they don't hold it there for a very long time. It's just, part of their training periodization. So should you really care about your body fat percentage? Now that you know what a healthy percentage is, you might be thinking, well, what's my percentage? I don't know. Should you really care? Probably not. It depends. Maybe a time that you might want to know is if you're trying to lose weight and you want to know what your starting weight is, and after a period of time, you want to know how much weight have you lost to be objective and to keep going. But most likely it's just the athletes who would need to know because they're training at that high level, or maybe people who are going on stage, bodybuilders, they want to really know what percent their body fat is. Generally, I think to be able to look at your body and be happy with it is all you need to do. And that, of course, requires you to be mentally healthy and not have a body distortion issue, whether it's an eating disorder or that sort of thing. It could also go in the opposite direction of men wanting to be even more muscular when they're already muscular, but in the mirror they see this scrawny figure, for example. So mental health is very important as well. But if you are hypothetically mentally healthy, hopefully you are, you should be able to look at yourself and say, hey, is this what I want, or maybe just another pound or two is my goal, that sort of thing. But once again, on the weight loss subject, when you're exercising and losing weight, you might not be changing with a number on the scale. That could be a deterrent. You might give up. But to know that, hey, I'm losing body fat, but I'm gaining muscle, but the weight's staying the same. The weight staying the same is not an issue. But if our body fat's going down and muscle's going up, then we're getting closer to our goal. Muscle weighs more than fat. So this video set the stage for my next video, and it kind of gave you an idea of what is a healthy percentage of body fat. Obviously, females need more fat because for their hormones. Anyway, my next video is going to be about ranking the different ways that we can measure a body fat percentage, because there can be errors, there can be huge errors, and you could measure on one machine and be off by, well, quite a bit. You'll find out. See you in the next video. Anyways, remember, get the 6 aspects of health every single day: earth, air, fire, water, work, rest. Subscribe. Let's walk the path of health together. Hey there, thanks for tuning in for Whoa, look at all those recipes. Those look tasty. Give me some of that. Oh yeah, it's double organic. I offer something I call double organic coaching. I even offer it free to one person each month. Got lots of epic recipes and information on health and wellness to share with you. Connect on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube.